Singapore visiting research fellow at the University of Cambridge. He joins me from Singapore. Victor, thank you for your time. Just talk us through the significance of this potential arms sale.
Well, I think it's important for a few reasons. First of all, the Americans are selling this to the Taiwanese in order to balance the growing Chinese power in the Asia Pacific. It's also to enable that the Taiwanese to defend herself better in the event of U.S.-China conflict, because obviously the Americans' aircraft carriers will be around the region, and the focus will be on the possible military conflict between the U.S. and China, and the aircraft carriers in concern will be under threat. There are also a lot of partisan and special interest groups at this time in the United States pushing for sales. And of course, during an election year, the question of how these sales will impact upon jobs in the US becomes an important issue. So it's actually done to boost Trump's chances in the election. Needless to say, the revenue from the arms sales will go into further research and development for the next generation of weapons for the arms companies in the US. So this is actually important to the State Department as well as the Department of Defense in the US as well. So it's coming at a time when there is increased tensions in the region.
That's exactly what I wanted to actually ask you about, because China and the US, of course, already have such a difficult relationship at the moment. But how is this deal now going to impact that, considering that China's already said it's about to sanction US companies involved in weapons sales to Taiwan?
Yes, I think the last-minute nature of this deal is strategic in nature. First of all, well, China-US relations are at a new low. I mean, it's as low as it gets for a long time, and no one would actually risk coming out today, particularly in the United States, to say that let's try and reconcile with the Chinese. It's just not possible politically. So this is actually the best time, I would say, to sell weapons, because first of all, you look politically correct. Secondly, it's easy to get bipartisan support, and thirdly, this is the best time to do it, considering that there aren't any you won't see any good gestures coming from China. Now, hopefully, I think many in the establishment are also thinking that maybe the timing of this would take the sting away from China, because it might be discounted on the part of Beijing that it's around the U.S. elections, so that's just what they do during elections. So I think one important consideration is the desire of some of the special interest groups in the US to lock in US position in the Asia Pacific to try and seal the deal regardless of who wins the elections. First of all, it actually helps to maintain a certain continuity in US-China policy, even if the Biden administration wins the election. And certainly if it's Trump who wins, then of course, it's just more of the same of what we saw in the last 4 years. So I don't think anybody is, if you like, sorry that this deal is going through at this difficult moment.
Victor Tao, very interesting to get your take on that. Thank you for that. Live to us there from Singapore.